Yeah. Yeah, my Fox with the crowbar is insane, though. You'd have no chance. But neither of these players have crowbars over here. Ben and LSD hopping into it right away.
Oh man, this is gonna be such a good turn, such a good set. Let's see what they got. Ben has been grinding out these tournaments the last couple weeks, giving Kadoran a run for his money a couple times.
He has
but
been grinding these tournaments.
But we actually haven't seen LSD for a couple weeks, so curious to see how he stacks up against Ben here, and how his style sort of contrasts to Kadoran's.
Yep, I'm pretty sure we've seen LSD just like win a few tournaments this last like week or so. I know he double eliminated Kobol at a tournament, and that used to be a bracket demon of his, and he beat him like 3 times now recently. So he's definitely on the up and up still. He kind of disappeared for a bit, came back, and he's like, I'm still sick. And then Ben kind of doing the opposite of kind of showing up everywhere and constantly reminding us that he's still sick.
Best not forget it. But so far here, LSD is trying to put in the work to remind Ben that he's still got a ways to go.
Yep. Still love the look of like fair on shield, dash back pivot F smash to bait out shield grabs. Ooh! Had no choice but to go to the platform. Maybe could have gotten away with going to the ledge, but didn't want to risk it there. Why risk a whole stock on that?
Okay, Ben gets the grab here. Oh, that down air barely clips LSD. Does Ben have this? Finds the back air. Good needle there. That might close it out. No, LSD still doesn't find the ledge.
Ben having a very fancy extension. I think he could have gotten like a guaranteed reverse nair there, but it wouldn't have closed out the edge guard. So yeah, just looking in full control right now. Probably gets a Ken combo out of it. He does. LSD taking out game 1. We are in best of 5 territories already. This is the winners quarterfinal stages, so Ben will have a few matches to kind of figure himself out and see what he needs to do here, but we've got quite the bang already.
Yeah, that's one of the really fun things about having Ben deep in each of these brackets is he has made such a name for himself as this player who can adapt and can build a game plan through a set. And so like even if he gets beat game 1, you're so excited for the rest of the set because you know it's not going to be the same. You know he's going to show new stuff, and it's always interesting to see if he can find a way through some of these really strong players.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's always like new, really strong players showing up to challenge him because he's one of like the consistent faces that we've had at this tournament series, and he's always like seed like 3 or 4, and there's always like kind of a rotating out like top 1 to 3, be it like Bobby Big Balls, Ginger, SFAT, I guess most recently Kadoran and stuff like that, and so ooh, LSD coming out of nowhere and reminding us that he's part of that too. Almost getting the kill there, but Ben technically has a % lead here, but man, he felt like the one that was closer to dying there.
Yeah. Okay. Ben continues to try to push LSD out, but LSD actually with some pretty clever drift there, even with very few resources to reclaim center stage out of that really bad spot. Good pressure there by Ben, closing it out with the fair.
Yep, finding the shield drop forward air. Ooh. These cross-ups into immediate, I guess, pivot jump forward air, like some fancy movement from LSDs. Those look so smooth. Good Omsa tech. Ooh, doesn't find it on that one. Sends him all the way across Dreamland, dies off the other side.
Okay.
Oh my god. Finding the super late down air, connects it into a grab. Honestly, not trivial to do if you miss time. Oh, he does SD though. Gets the hard stuff, misses the wave dash to the ledge.
Oh, and then just a shield grab to bring the stock back. Okay, finds a shield drop fair. Oh, misses shield drop and recovers.
Yep. That shield grab was a pretty big call out because I think like they both knew that LSD did a late forward air. Like he could have been safe against a shield grab, but LSD took it one step further and been like, I'm so safe, I'm not even going to bother keeping myself safe. I'm going to use this pressure. Like, you know how scary I am, so I'm not going to throw something out. And Ben's like, I think you're going to do that. And he like called out his bluff, so. Oh, the dash back dash and grab so fast.
Yeah, I really feel like Ben's like small dash movements. That was one of the things that like face roll started to do as he like really pushed into the upper echelon, is when he started using Sheik's dash dance really effectively. And I think we're starting to see something similar from Ben, so that's really exciting.
Ben taking the stock lead here after losing game 1, looking like a pretty good showing here. Good spot dodge. Yeah, these close quarter skirmishes seem to be favoring Ben like just a little bit, at least in the long run. LSD definitely not doing poorly by any means, but Oh, just the value that she can get off these stray hits is huge.
Oh, that double jump, frame perfect to get out of the F smash. If he had been a little bit late, LSD just takes the stock. But instead, Ben's the one in complete control here. He's been using these up airs so effectively over the past few weeks, and now it's LSD's turn to try to come up with an answer. LSD again sneaks his way back to the stage and is able to find the F smash to close out the stock, but he's already taken 115% basically. He's in a bit of trouble.
Yep, gonna need one of those miracle Kadoran gimps, right? He's got a few of those recently where he just finds the down airs. Doesn't get it though, instead gets needled to his death. Not too bad. That's definitely the stage that you're expecting to struggle the most on as LSD, so Dreamland is going to be pretty tough. Ben played it really well. He did show some adaptations too. I think that most notably they were scrapping a lot, real close to each other, and Ben just seemed real tight in those. So.
Yeah, and part of what I really liked about those scraps was there were times they would be like scrapping, and neither player got a big hit. And then as soon as LSD said sort of, fuck this, I'm out, and he would like back off a little bit, that's when Ben would like come forward with a dash attack or a dash and grab or something like that. And so it felt like Ben was often catching those disengages. And so that's something I'm going to be looking for here in this game 3.
Ooh. Big FD punish starting out for Sheik. Even catches the escape there, gets forward aired, but ready with the CC right away. Oh, the juggle, kind of hard to keep going. Good drift back from LSD to make it as hard as possible.
And that great CC grab by Ben to pick up the combo back up, but LSD reverses it. Oh, the jump over the grab, but no,
oh my god. That looked like such a good call out from LSD, the jump over the grab into the forward smash, but it barely doesn't have time for it to connect, and kind of cost him quite a bit. He kind of gambled it on that. I think he knew it was thin. Like, he's like, I either get this or I get punished, But you got to go for those thin calls in order to get the maximum value there. So,
I really like the choice to go for the fair there by LSD way off stage. LSD's been going for those Ken combos quite a bit, so recognizing that Ben's going to start DIing out. That first time, a little bit unlucky to get no tipper, but then the second time he finds the neutral B to close it out. So
yeah, back air into neutral B combo. Actually looked kind of crazy. So. Like no fast fall, like floaty-esque, like back air falling neutral B, and it just combo together. But Ben answers right back, and this stage it's kind of seen as it's definitely Marth's best stage, but she can have such a brutal punish game right back at you, especially here with no jump. Gets back down to the ground.
Yeah, so Faceroll has been a big proponent of using the down tilt as the anti-air tool. Here we saw Ben focus on the F tilt instead, and it ends up not working quite as well as the trades allowed LSD to get back on stage. So maybe the down tilt there might have worked a little bit better. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that F smash. LSD goes for everything, but doesn't find it. Instead, Ben gets the grab into the up smash. Not quite enough, but those up airs, man. Ben keeps bringing them back again and again. Really terrifying.
At these percents, he does want the strong up air, unfortunately. So getting a few soft up airs repeatedly is just going to reset a situation that he's trying to end as soon as possible. But as long as you can maintain control, it's not really a mistake because you just reset the situation, which is a good one. So you're down. Oh, the poof. That was such a long-range poof.
Oh. Okay, these double fairs from LSD finally gets read and gets grabbed out of the last one there. Ben claiming a slight lead here, but not too much.
Oh,
LSD goes deep.
Yeah.
Oh, and the double jump just in time. And the needle to protect against the neutral B. Oh, and he slides into the grab. Oh my god.
Man, LSD just plays with no fear all the time. Just always willing to go out there, always willing to throw out the kill moves, even that forward smash there. Sometimes, maybe he should have a little bit of fear, but it does seem to be that it's kind of one of his strengths, though, where he's just always willing to go for the utmost, and it kind of puts you on edge playing against a player like that, where you're just like, he's crazy, he might do anything. So.
All right, so one of the big things, and we saw it here again in that final stock, Ben has shown a ton of prowess with the needle game, especially edge guarding off stage against Marth. One of the big adaptations that Kadoran made over the last couple weeks was figuring out clever ways to use Marth's recovery to get around those sort of zones, the down diagonal and straightforward zones that Sheik can cover with the needles. And it feels like LSD hasn't quite mapped that out yet, and so it's giving Ben a pretty big advantage. He's going to have to figure out how to answer that back in order to solve that problem.
Or Ben has just since mapped it out even better, and there are now no holes left.
Absolutely true. It could be the case we see a Ben Kadoran later today, and Kadoran can't do it either. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's interesting. I do think that Sheik's edge guards on Marth are pretty brutal. the combination of needles and Sammy stalling. We haven't seen that much usage of the Sammy stall this set, but it's like it really is very impressive for Marth to get around. She can kind of guarantee that she's invincible there and has invincible aerials, and then needles cover a lot of the angles that would otherwise be tricky. Some good CCs back and forth to see who gets the first opening. They're both kind of scrapping here, see who can get the first one.
Cool. Yeah, those first 4 interactions were really funny for me because we had talked about the difference between Sheik's F tilt and down tilt, and you saw the down tilt work, the F tilt not work, and then the down tilt work. So felt like that might be the answer for Ben, is to look for the down tilt a little bit more.
Yep. Oh, these
Nice
F
way to
smashes. Yep. Ben's kind of figured out the timing on these F smashes, it feels like, because they've been punished a few times now, and yeah, it's good. Oh, that one should have been a combo, or at least a tech chase attempt. Finally finds it, though, and that one's actually different. Gets him there.
Yeah, it's sort of the second step of understanding what your opponent's doing, right? Step 1 is don't get hit by it, and then step 2 is actually punish it. And once you start doing, if you just are doing step 1, okay, it's not that bad, but your opponent can keep going for it and have really high reward if they find it. Whereas with step 2, that's when they have to start thinking about, can I still go for this? And we'll see if LSD makes the determination that, no, I have to do something new.
Ooh. Finds a grab here, going for the up throw.
Great dash dance, but really conservative there by Ben. Or not even conservative, but just, it was actually pretty risky to go in so deep without an air. Oh my god.
Finding the extension there. I don't think Ben thought he had time to find one more forward air, which is why he DI'd that, I guess, quote-unquote, incorrectly. It just, he didn't even think he'd have to DI, but LZ's timing was way too crisp there.
All right, but Ben answers back with the back air on that recovery, continuing to show the prowess in that part of the matchup that's just really tricky for LC to deal with.
These double jump needles have been getting him a lot of value during the recovery as well.
Okay, LSD using these down airs to tech chase, they're kind of an interesting option and work pretty well at certain percents. But this time he wasn't able to find the last one. It is a little bit tricky. You only cover like 2 or 3 options as soon as you jump, and you have to do that not on reaction, preemptively.
Yep. Oh. I feel like LSD is so good at getting Ben to like these pretty high percents, and then Ben's defense kind of kicks in, and it's hard for LSD to close out the edge guard or to close out the kills through the OMS attacks. So, but gets there. 176, a little bit higher than you'd like to see, but a lead's a lead, so you don't really care what percent your opponent's at if you don't really take damage.
Okay, Ben, he finds the reverse bear, or the reverse fair, I mean, and he's able to close it out with the bear as well. Once again, once LSD's off stage, it feels like Ben has complete control and can close out stocks over and over again.
Yep. Oh man, this last stock situation here, this is LSD on his last legs here. He needs to win to sustain it. Ben trying to close it out right away. Oh, finds the back air here. Oh, he has no jump. He has no side B. He's out of resources. This should be a closeout. Ben able to find the back air here. Pushes him way off stage.